So on to the second half of the talk. I'm just going to give some examples of how the Quran uses Jesus to articulate its own theology and prophetology. Here in Quran chapter 5, Al-Ma'idah, verse 117, God has a conversation with Jesus. It starts in the verse before, and Jesus says to God, I only said to them what thou didst command me, serve God, my Lord and your Lord, and I was a witness over them while I remained among them, etc., etc. So here, of all the figures who could be used to articulate the Quran theology, the Quran chooses Jesus, serve God, my Lord and your Lord. So pretty interesting that Jesus is not simply cited, I don't know, for the biblical stories about him, but is actually employed as a sort of spokesman in the Quran for Quranic theology. And then in this example, Quran 61, Asaf 61:6, the Quran employs Jesus to make a point about its prophetology, namely that there is a prophet coming after him. And when Jesus and Mary said, children of Israel, I'm indeed the messenger of God to you, confirming the Torah that is before me, and giving good tidings of a messenger after me, or who shall come after me, whose name shall be Ahmed. So hopefully that's clear. The Quran, in my mind, thoughtfully employs Jesus to articulate its own theology and its own prophetology. Okay, so I think that's a pretty important point. We're going to return to this latter phrase because the way it speaks of good tidings, I think, is interesting. Of course, Quran 61:6 has been commented on because people imagine that it could have a connection with the New Testament proclamations in which Jesus promises the coming of the Holy Spirit as the Paraclete or the Advocate. And there's been some really good things written about how Quran 61:6 could be in touch with that. It is commented famously upon by Ibn Ishaq, who tries to connect the Paraclete passage with the prediction of Muhammad in Quran 61:6.